little earlier, I spoke to our correspondent in Jerusalem, Iris Makkler, and I put it to her that for many Israelis, this is a sad farewell.
There's no secret of the strong relationship between this administration and the current Israeli government, between President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's prime minister, a bromance, many say. And I don't think it's any secret that they actually were wishing that Donald Trump would win. But I think that perhaps they're more practical, pragmatic than Donald Trump at the moment, who hasn't conceded, and they have conceded. They do see that despite all their wishes for this list of achievements to continue. Don't forget, Donald Trump was the first president to do many of the things you outlined in your opening, to move the embassy to Jerusalem, to recognise Israeli sovereignty in the Golan, that's now over, and they are making the pivot to the new administration in Washington. We did see a conversation between Prime Minister Netanyahu and Joe Biden when he congratulated him, called him 2 days ago to congratulate him on his victory, and he said it was a warm conversation, and they have known each other for decades, all the way back to when Netanyahu was the Israeli ambassador to the UN in New York. So long relationship, and they are now making that turn to Joe Biden.
And nearest Mike Pompeo, he could today become the first US diplomat to visit a Jewish settlement in the West Bank.
Yes, that's right, and it was quite mysterious because he's going to a winery in a little-known settlement called Psagot near Ramallah, and I couldn't understand why. And then I read late last night, actually, that winery had named a wine in his honour when he had taken a step in favour of the settlement enterprise earlier during his time as Secretary of State. So that at least would make some sense. Although, you know, it is completely out of keeping with State Department policy, let alone for something like a winery. But we have heard today Israeli media reporting that the Prime Minister, who's going to meet with Pompeo again today, will ask him for an authorisation to build more, not on that side of Ramallah, on the other side in an area called Atarot, that he will ask for an authorisation for more settlement building, for more, it's an industrial area, so more buildings there. And that would seem that Israel is pushing through in the last lame duck days of this presidency and trying to get things their way right to the end.